Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for graduates of the Faculty of Education and the Faculty of Science and Technology. In a few minutes, the graduation ceremony will commence. The procession of staff will enter first. After a brief pause, the university fanfares will announce the entrance of the day's party. I will signal to you by this action that you are to rise and remain standing until both the staff procession and the day's party are seated. Please do not stand until I ask you to. May I also remind you that flash photography is prohibited in this auditorium. For the mutual comfort and enjoyment of all members of the audience, the university requests your cooperation in observing this rule. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is customary for the University and its guests to gather together as a body for the purpose of conferring academic awards on its graduates. On behalf of the Chancellor of Griffith University, Mr Justice McCrossan, and the members of the University's Council, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this evening's graduation ceremony. The conferral of an academic degree marks the culmination of years of study and unremitting dedication on the part of each graduate. It is one of the truly memorable events in a student's life and is therefore a time for happiness and a time for celebration. On behalf of the University, I extend a special welcome to our graduates who are here with their family and with their friends, and I congratulate them all on their success. Tonight is also a special occasion for our distinguished guest, Professor Laurie Powell. Professor Powell is a Companion of the Order of Australia. In honour of Professor Powell's outstanding contributions to medical research, Griffith University will this evening bestow on him its degree of Doctor of the University. More will be said about Professor Powell's career later in the proceedings. In the meantime, I do extend to him a very special welcome. We are delighted that he is able to share with us this important event in the life of the University. 1996 is a significant year for Griffith University, marking as it does our 25th anniversary. Throughout this anniversary year, members of the university community will have the opportunity to reflect on Griffith's past and join together in celebration of many of its achievements. Since the establishment of the university in 1971, Griffith has maintained a unique vision and a distinctive mission in the pursuit of academic excellence and in the provision of community service. Its commitment to collaborative and interdisciplinary approach to teaching and to research, together with a progressive and innovative outlook, has seen the university chart a new path across the higher education landscape. At Griffith, our degree courses have been carefully structured to reflect the constantly changing face of future trends and worldwide directions. The courses that we have pioneered in public policy and administration, in environmental science, in Asian relations, in health and technology management, to name only a few, are long-standing examples of Griffith's innovation in course development. Today, Griffith University enjoys a national reputation for excellence in many fields and is one of Australia's fastest growing universities. In 1996, the university will have more than 20,000 students on 5 campuses: Nathan, Mount Gravatt, Gold Coast, the College of Art and the Conservatorium of Music. And with a 6th campus to be established at Meadowbrook in Logan City. Griffith has received an additional 1,150 places for the period 1996 to 1998. Of these, 60% will be allocated to the Gold Coast campus and 40% to the new campus at Logan. The strong demand for Griffith University courses was clearly demonstrated in the overall number of applications for admission lodged for 1996. Despite a nationwide decrease in the overall number of students applying to higher education institutions, Griffith University received more applications per quota place than any other university in the state of Queensland. Our growth, of course, is exhibited by the number of building projects which people will see going on, and particularly at the moment at the Gold Coast and the Conservatorium of Music. It is true that all faculties, all colleges, all divisions and all campuses have contributed to the university's success, and all members of the university community are to be congratulated on the successes achieved in that 25-year period. Tonight, our graduates are from the Faculty of Science and Technology and from the Faculty of Education. Both faculties exemplify Griffith University's commitment to quality, and both have grown and developed over the years in response to the ever-changing needs within our society. The Faculty of Science and Technology has positioned itself as a leading provider of innovative courses which have a strong career focus. A number of new courses have been introduced in 1996, including the Bachelor of Multimedia, the Bachelor of Aviation, the Bachelor of Science and Laser Science, and the Bachelor of Engineering and Software Engineering. At a postgraduate level, the faculty offers a new graduate diploma come coursework Masters in Genetic Counselling. A School of Biomolecular and Biomedical Sciences has recently been established to reflect the faculty's increasing involvement in the biological science at both the undergraduate and the graduate level. The faculty, which enjoys an outstanding reputation for research, was awarded over $10 million this year from nationally competitive granting bodies and from industry sources. A special mention should be made of the School of Computing and Information Technology, which attracted 6 new large grants from the Australian Research Council. More grants than were awarded to any other computer science information technology department in Australia. The Faculty of Education has also made a successful start to 1996 with the introduction of 2 new postgraduate courses. The Graduate Certificate in Music Technology and the Graduate Certificate in Visual Arts Education are designed to promote the professional development of practising teachers. Graduates of these courses will be well placed to provide innovatory leadership and skills for the future of music and visual arts education in this country. The faculty has also enhanced its research profile this year, with plans for a new Asia-Pacific Centre for Communication and Creativity. The centre, to be established as an allied centre within the faculty, will focus on the development of communication and creativity in the community through research and practice. Further, it will facilitate a sharing of intellectual and knowledge resources with similar groupings throughout the Asia-Pacific region. Science and technology, in all of its fields, is destined to play an ever-increasing role in the development of this great country. Its contribution to research and generally is vital to the enhancement of Australia's competitive position. Education brings with it an important role of trust in teaching and learning. Whatever any of us think, it is clear that life is a continuing learning experience which goes far beyond our formal education, and educationalists have an important continuing role. Let me return now to you, the students who have completed your studies and who are to receive your awards tonight. You have demonstrated a command of the knowledge and skills necessary for your chosen field of endeavour, as well as a willingness to persist with the level of discipline needed for high achievement in any field. Together, these qualities provide an excellent foundation for establishing a successful career. Whichever discipline you pursue, it is important that you do it with determination and with an overwhelming can-do attitude. You, our graduates tonight, join an impressive company of people who have already achieved success and acclaim in Australia and overseas. You, our new graduates, will, I am sure, make an equal contribution. As we continue with this evening's proceedings, I express warm congratulations to each of the graduates and extend to you our best wishes for your lives ahead. Thank you. I now call on the Deans to present the graduates from their respective faculties who are to receive their awards at this ceremony.
Deputy Chancellor, the Dean of the Faculty of Education.
Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Teaching. Stacey Abraham. Andrea Armstrong. Terry Asher. Angela Aslett. Catherine Atkinson. Nicole Backleader. Hayley Bell. Katrina Bianchi. Christopher Blackham Davison. Wayne Bryant. Lachlan Clifford. Katrina Clubb. Danielle Cook. Nicole Cooper. Bridget Cowan. Leanne Deed. Cheryl Devers. Martine Donkersloot. Jodie Donison. Kerry Dryden. Pauline Dunn. Tamara Ells. Joanne Emson. Joyce Fiddis. Stephen Good. Rachel Goody. Lindsay Griffith. Justine Grimes. Rebecca Grogan. Kathleen Hammond, Gina Hazelmore, Sarah Jane Hatton, Emma Hughes, Catherine Ireland, Karuna Jones, Belinda Jorgensen, Melissa Kent, Tracy Kimlin, Kay Kashansky, Gregory Kramer, Vanessa Langton, Tracy Lenarduzzi, Fiona Lewis, Claire Little, Alison Lulham, Adam Mathewson, Mark McAllister, Bev McGowan, Stephen McGrath, Elizabeth McRobert, Anita Miles, Kyle Milne, Tamina Milne, Jennifer Monaghan, Emma Mulligan, Catherine Munich, Amy Neal, Sharon Newell, Angela Perkovic, Angie Pollard, Rachel Patoki, Dawn Powell, Pamela Radcliffe, Mark Ramsey, Donna Rex, Megan Rees, Kylie Roberts, Amanda Rosewall, Esther Routley, Jenny Rush, Vanessa Scheltinger, Kelly Schultz, Kelly Cinnamon, Lisa Jane Staunton, Angela Stewart, Mari Strong, Jill Southers, Jane Taylor, Scott Taylor, Nicole Thomas, Angela Thornton, Louise Tristram, Kylie Turner, Tina Valentine, Kate Vivas, Leslie Verbarkel, Matthew Vine, Stephanie Walker, Sam Ward-Grod, Stacey Watman, Karen Williams, Gina Walter, Elise Walters, Katrina Wood, Sharon Woods, Michael Wright, Linda Zucco Davis, and Felicity Zunker. Deputy Chancellor, the Medal for Achievement in the Bachelor's Degree course may be awarded annually to the graduate with the highest academic achievement in the course. The medal is not awarded if there is no candidate of sufficient merit. Deputy Chancellor, I present two graduates who have been granted the Teaching Medal. Kathleen Grace Hammond. Tracy Jane Lenarduzzi. Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Teaching with First Class Honours, Karen Chalmers. Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Education.
Deputy Chancellor, the Acting Dean of the Faculty of Science and Technology.
Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Biomedical Sciences. Terry Baglan. Scott Briscoe. Ryan Cheers. Adam Coltso. Jesse Cooney. Kelly Marie Courtney Eamon. Bronwyn D. Martina. Andrew Fector. Christine Gockel. Jonathan Hall. Rebecca Horn. Murray James. Sarah Kruger. Deanne McMullen. Katrina Piazzam. Eric Richmond. Alison Schmidt. Samantha Teasdale. Sherry Watts. Amanda Wilcox. Megan Winterbotham. Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Engineering in Microelectronic Engineering. Mark Calder. Peter Hernig. Bill Lindbergs. Kwak Nguyen. Tim Warwick. Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Informatics or Bachelor of Information Technology. Sean Addison. Azim Ahmed, Alexandra Bishop-Thomas, James Bunting, Scott Burge, Tam Kao, Catherine Cartwright, Rick Catania, Tina Chambers, Ming Chai Chung, Carly Cockcroft, Benjamin Connery, Sean Crosby, Bruce Crossan, Mark DeAndrea, Andrew Davin, Alex Dillon, Rudy Doku, Neela Duca, Grant Godley, Robert Grigg, Jeff Grube, Aaron Hall, Glenn Hendry, Toai Ho, Scott Holmes, Stephen Kennedy, Stephen King, Sash Knight, Yaklok Lam, Stephanie Lau, Helena Lay, Mark Leaney, Chan Ni Lee, Edwin Lee, Wanju Lei, Sharon Lien, Craig Little, Michael Luong. Simon Mackey. Michael Ma. Christopher McGaw. Brian Mooney. Tuck Nguyen. Dean Olkers. Darryl Ormston. Tracy Jane Osborne. Mark Osmond. Jesse Owen. Giuseppe Polly. Emas Prahara. Simon Rabinski. Damien Sheether. Alton Smith. Jamie Smith. Chun Suen. Andy Sumantri. Michael Zimanowski. Michael Taylor. Lisa Tree. Lydia Sen. Bradley Unwin. Chris Van Dorn. Matt Fenimore. Manfred Vijars. Edward Walker. Luke Williamson. Sarah Wong. Alan Wright. Bruno Xavier. Simone Zayani. Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Science. Deanna Belzer. Mandy Brazenol. Carolyn Brown. Anthea Burnett. Letitia Casey. Teresa Cockley. Katrina Connolly. Benjamin Cook. Daniel Day. Rachel de las Heras. Jarell DeSantis. Claire Douglas. Shane Everest. Scott Fletcher. Fergus Green. Angus Greenhill. Emily Harding. David Hawkes. Matthew Haynes. Teresa Hennessy. Alison Honan. Rachel Hosking. Michelle Jefferson. Donna Leong. Robert Larinkovic. Stephen Lowe. Lauren McDonald. Bruce McNulty. Leonora Newby. Troy Newman. Andrew Patterson. Robert Powell. Joseph Ryken. Anthony Robinson. Kirsten Ruffles. Rodney Savarin. Benjamin Scully. Roshni Sharma. Darren Smith. Richard Smith. Diana Story. Catherine Stower. Lynette Swanson. Kim Warwicker. Sarah Wheatley. Brett Young. John Young. Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who've been granted the Bachelor of Science in Biotechnology. Samantha Cobb. Taran Fletcher. Suangwang Kanzo. Stuart Lucky. Benjamin Mites. Damien Pears. Chris Tran. Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Science with Advanced Studies. Matt Daniel. Ailsa McManus. Andrew Williams. Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Science with Aviation. Nicholas Braithwaite. Bradley Burnett. Matthew Maynard. Peter Owens. Rowan Smith. James Walsh. Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Science with Media. Michelle Everhard. Carolyn Kelly. Katrina Monteith. Nigel Taylor. David Wilson. Deputy Chancellor, the medal for achievement in the bachelor's degree course may be awarded annually to the graduate with the highest academic achievement in the course. The medal is not awarded if there is no candidate of sufficient merit. Deputy Chancellor, I present the graduate who has been granted the Information Technology Medal, Ian Ashley Bennett. Deputy Chancellor, I present the graduate who has been granted the Science Medal, Matthew Leonard Daniel. Deputy Chancellor, I present the graduate who has been granted the Microelectronic Engineering Medal, Joanna Ruth Parker. Joanna, do you want your medal? Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Biomedical Science with First Class Honours, Melanie Voigt. Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Biomedical Science with Second Class Honours Division A, Kathy Deverne. Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Engineering in Microelectronic Engineering with First Class Honours, Joanna Parker. Stephanie Preston. Michael Rosa. Trevor Smith. Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Engineering in Microelectronic Engineering with Second Class Honours Division A, Anthony Anido. Anisha Bakharia. Timothy Beale. Michael Christian. Peter Ewing. Dion Harris. James Mansfield. Gavin Malginson. Din Nguyen. Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Engineering in Microelectronic Engineering with Second Class Honours Division B, Daniel O'Toole. Brett Parker. Jason Smith. Darren Threadingham. Jason Wandell. Adrian Watter. Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Information Technology with First Class Honours, Ian Bennett. David Chen. Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Information Technology with Second Class Honours Division A, Jerry Horan. Robert McRae. Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours, Kevin Ashton. Robbie Buckley. Bradley Dinty. Connor McCarthy. Pauline McDonald. Alison Pettit. Mark Pitt. Anthony Rasmussen. Joe Siegel. Aaron Urquhart. Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Science with Second Class Honours Division A. Kirsten Scull. Katie Volter. Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Science with Second Class Honours Division B. Karen Grogan. Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Graduate Diploma of Clinical Biochemistry, Leisha Somerville. Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Graduate Diploma of Clinical Physiology, Kevin Hansen. Catherine Hegarty. Deborah Hensel. Tracy Trim. Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Graduate Diploma of Software Quality, Angela Tuffley. Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Master of Science, David Mayoki. Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Master of Science in Clinical Microbiology, Joseph Di Bastera. Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Master of Technology Management, Alan Angus. Alexander Baker. Sarah Barry. Margaret Berenier. Russell Dolly. Paul Elwood. Craig Fern. Graham Hills. Maret Kasurinen. Frank Lynn. Cameron Martin. David McAvoy. Donald Meredith. Anne Malls. John Regan. Brian Smith. John Steiner. Bill Swining. Jokope Zhu. Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Master of Science with Honours in Clinical Biochemistry, Nicole Hogg. Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of the Faculty of Science and Technology.
Deputy Chancellor, the Chair of Academic Committee, Professor George Carney, will now present candidates for the award of the University Medal. This will be followed by the presentation of graduates who have been granted the degrees of Master of Philosophy and Doctor of Philosophy.
Deputy Chancellor, the University Medal may be awarded to a graduate who has completed the requirements for both a bachelor's degree of the university and a degree with honours in recognition of academic excellence. Deputy Chancellor, I am pleased to present two graduates of the Faculty of Science and Technology who have been granted the 1995 University Medal: Joanna Ruth Parker Joseph Siegel, Deputy Chancellor, the Master of Philosophy is a program of supervised research training culminating in a thesis which must demonstrate the candidate's knowledge of a particular discipline and research topic, a capacity for clear, methodical thinking, and the ability to present the results of the research in a succinct and cogent form. Tonight, the University is proud to honour a graduate who has satisfied these rigorous criteria for the award of the degree. Deputy Chancellor, Sam Law has been granted the degree of Master of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Science and Technology. The title of Mr Law's thesis is Contention-Free Mapping of Parallel Programs onto Parallel Computers. Deputy Chancellor, I present Sam Law. Deputy Chancellor, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a prescribed program of study, principally of research. The thesis embodying the outcome of the research is the principal basis of examination. The degree is only awarded if the examiners are satisfied that the thesis makes a significant and original contribution to knowledge and understanding of the field with which it is concerned. Tonight, the University is proud to honour its Doctor of Philosophy graduates who have satisfied these rigorous criteria for the award of the degree. Deputy Chancellor Stephen Allen Holt has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Science and Technology. Dr. Holt has developed an electrochemical technique which he has used to engineer metal matrix composite coatings. Metals based on tungsten carbide particles in a cobalt or copper matrix have been investigated and characterised. The coatings exhibit superior wear and abrasion resistance under standard test conditions. Dr. Holt investigated the properties of these nanotechnology composites and verified their structure using surface analysis and electron microscopy. His work is at the forefront of material science and technology research. Deputy Chancellor, I present Dr. Stephen Andrew Holt. Deputy Chancellor Kelly Patricia Ann MacDonald has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Science and Technology. To facilitate studies of the development of the olfactory neuron, Dr. MacDonald established two unique culture systems. One of these culture systems involved the generation of continuous immortalised cell lines by retroviral transduction of a proto-oncogene onto the mitotically active precursors of the olfactory neuron. The second was the establishment of a serum-free explant culture system for adult olfactory epithelium. These systems are now serving as powerful tools in studies of the ontology of the olfactory neuron and the neuronal differentiation in general. Deputy Chancellor, I present Dr. Kelly Patricia Ann MacDonald. Deputy Chancellor Raymond Leslie Marshall has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Science and Technology. The synthesis of complex molecules such as drugs and other biological active compounds requires new chemical reactions which can bond smaller molecules together in a highly selective manner. Dr. Marshall has elucidated the controlling factors for one such reaction and thereby provided methods by which the three-dimensional geometry of the products may be manipulated. In so doing, he has challenged conventional wisdom in this field and provided some valuable tools for use in chemical synthesis. Deputy Chancellor, I present Raymond Leslie Marshall. Deputy Chancellor Luigi Sansoni has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Science and Technology. Dr. Sansoni's thesis considers the application of neural networks to practical problems from the point of their universal approximation properties. Neural networks, if applied in their general form, are often ill-suited for the applications considered. They tend to suffer from a number of problems. On the basis of careful analysis, this proposes better suited and customised neural networks. Some of the proposed architectures have applications in image processing. A number of case studies have been considered to show the superiority of certain models. Deputy Chancellor, I present Dr. Luigi Sansoni. Deputy Chancellor, Clovia Isabel Zias has been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Science and Technology. There is much interest in developing a one-shot process for fabricating plastics in which the plastics are both made and fabricated simultaneously. The technique is called reactive processing. In this project, Dr. Zias has used the sophisticated techniques of NMR and GPC analyses to fully characterise a series of potential starting materials for reactive processing. These she has made by the addition fragmentation chain transfer method, a novel technique developed recently in Australia by the Chemicals and Polymers Division of CSIRO. Dr. Zias has conclusively established the success of the technique with mixed monomers and has at the same time amassed significant data on the efficacy of the chain transfer reagents in reducing the molar mass of the products and producing the required functionality. Deputy Chancellor, I present Dr. Clovia Zias. Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of Master of Philosophy and Doctor of Philosophy graduates.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a brief musical interlude performed by the Griffith University Collegiate Singers.
Farewell to old England forever. Farewell to my old pals as well. Farewell to the one old Bailey, where I once used to look such a swell. Singing tooralai, ooralai, singing tooralai, ooralai, singing tooralai, ooralai, over Botany Bay. There's a captain as is our commander. There's a boatswain and all the ship's crew. There's a first and a second class passenger. Was what we poor convicts go. Singing tooralai, ooralai, singing tooralai, ooralai, singing tooralai, ooralai, over Botany Bay. Oh, had I the wings of a turtle dove, I'd soar on my pinions so high, zap back to the arms of my body now, and eagles Singing tooralai, ooralai, and a chee. Singing tooralai, ooralai, singing tooralai, ooralai, and a chee. Oh, about the botany bear. Sic la mans
With the authority of the Council of the University, I shall now confer the degree of Doctor of the University. I call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Roy Webb, to make this presentation. The Council of the University has resolved to award the degree of Doctor of the University to Professor Laurie William Powell, AC. Laurie William Powell was born in Sydney in December 1934 and educated at Brisbane State High School. His long association with the University of Queensland began in 1953 when he enrolled in undergraduate medical studies, graduating in 1958 with a Bachelor of Medicine and a Bachelor of Surgery. Further university studies included a Doctorate of Medicine in 1966 and a PhD in 1975. Since his first appointment as Resident Medical Officer, Royal Brisbane Hospital and Chermside Chest Hospital in 1959, Professor Powell has established himself as one of the world's leading medical researchers. After serving as pathology registrar and medical registrar at the Royal Brisbane Hospital in the early 1960s, he was appointed to a number of lecturing positions at the University of Queensland, culminating in his promotion to Professor of Medicine, Personal Chair, in 1974. Significant overseas study opportunities during this period included a Royal Australasian College of Physicians Overseas Travelling Fellowship or Scholarship in 1966 at the Royal Free Hospital Medical School at the University of London, the Seoul International Travelling Fellowship in Medicine in 1972, and the US Public Health Service International Postdoctoral Fellowship in 1973, during which he undertook research in the gastrointestinal unit and Department of Medicine at the Massachusetts General Hospital and Harvard Medical School, Boston. Professor Powell has received international acclaim for his studies of liver disease, particularly cirrhosis, and the inherited iron storage disease, hemochromatosis. His studies have been supported by sustained funding from the National Health and Medical Research Council since 1966, including the award of the first program grant from this organisation in 1982 and continued funding until 1999. Professor Powell's contributions to research and scholarship have been acknowledged by many prestigious appointments to both national and international professional societies. He has served as Director of the Australian Society for Medical Research, 1968 to 1970, President of the Gastroenterological Society of Queensland, 1977 to 79, President of the Gastroenterological Society of Australia, 1979 to 1981, Foundation President of the Asian Pacific Association for the Study of the Liver, 1978 to 1980, and President of the International Association for the Study of the Liver, 1986 to 1988. He is also a Fellow of the Royal Australasian College of Physicians, the Royal College of Physicians London, and the Royal College of Physicians of Thailand. Professor Powell was appointed Director of the Queensland Institute of Medical Research, QIMR, in 1990. As Director of QIMR, Professor Powell has developed a medical research institute of the highest international standard, providing medical researchers in this state with a unique opportunity to pursue groundbreaking studies. The Institute is now one of the largest in Australia, with 30 laboratories and 370 scientists and support staff studying 20 life-threatening diseases. The Institute is an international leader in melanoma and skin cancer research and has played a crucial role in vaccine research with world-first human trials in the treatment of cancer, malaria and glandular fever. Professor Powell's own research interests include the study of the clinical, biochemical, pathological and genetic aspects of hemochromatosis, especially the localisation of the responsible gene.
Such research aims to develop more effective methods for the screening of families and subsequently of populations for this disease. In a career spanning over 30 years, Professor Powell has received numerous awards and prizes in recognition of his significant achievements in medical research. He was awarded the Eric Sussman Prize for Medical Research by the Royal Australasian College of Physicians, Australia, in 1976, the Distinguished Research Prize of the Gastroenterological Society of Australia for Sustained Achievements in Liver Disease, 1988, the Marcel Simon Prize, an international award in recognition of scientific achievements in the field of genetic iron overload diseases, in 1991. In 1990, he was appointed a Companion of the Order of Australia for distinguished contributions to medicine and medical research, particularly in the field of liver disease. It is especially fitting that the Council of Griffith University should honour Professor Laurie Powell in recognition of his long and distinguished service to the community and the medical profession. Deputy Chancellor, it is with great pleasure that I present to you Laurie William Powell for admission to the degree of Doctor of the University.
It gives me great pleasure to call upon Mr. Laurie Powell, Doctor of the University, to deliver the occasional address.
Deputy Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of Council and staff of Griffith University, graduates, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am deeply conscious of the dual honour bestowed on me this evening by the award of a doctorate of Griffith University and the invitation to deliver this occasional address. The award I shall cherish. The address, I hope, will interest, if not enlighten you, especially the graduates, to whom many of my comments will be specifically addressed. Vice-Chancellor, when you notified me of this award, my obvious reaction was, why me and why now? I recalled to myself the occasion some 4 years ago when the then Vice-Chancellor of the University of Queensland invited me to give the annual address to the graduands in medicine at that time. I had not long left the university staff to take up my present appointment as Director of the Queensland Institute of Medical Research. I commented at that time that I was somewhat surprised by the invitation, since I had been a Professor of Medicine at that university for nearly 20 years and had never previously been asked to speak at a graduation ceremony. I concluded that the Vice-Chancellor must have been of the opinion that after serving the University of Queensland for 25 consecutive years, I had just made my greatest contribution to that university. I had resigned. Well, Professor Webb, let me reassure you that I sincerely hope my greatest contribution to Griffith University is yet to come, but I do value this award immensely. Since the graduates this evening are in the faculties of Education and Science and Technology, my theme for this brief address will be the perception of academics and scientists in the community, and especially their role in an ever-changing world. I note particularly the motto of Griffith University, preparing you for a better future, and also the following discerning statement included in the brochure advertising the Bachelor of Science course at Griffith. Quote, "Science graduates have little difficulty in finding employment, particularly those who have a flexible approach to the use of their scientific training in a rapidly changing and uncertain economic and technological environment. There can be no doubt that we live in a rapidly changing world and that flexibility is a key to success. Science and technology in particular are ever-changing. In 30 years from now, there will not only be new and spectacular discoveries, but new concepts still to be established. Many procedures now commonplace in medical practice were not even dreamt of 30 years ago. Human organ transplantation, for example, now an everyday life-saving reality, was then in the realm of science fiction. Even the humble jumbo jet that we all take for granted was inconceivable until comparatively recently. That great dreamer Hans Christian Andersen imagined the possibility when he stated, quote, "In 100 years from now there will be flying caravans that will carry 100 people from Europe to London." One wonders what his reaction would have been to the suggestion that by the year 2000 there would be superjets that could carry 1,000 people from London to Australia. In the 1950s, people marvelled at the first commercial computer. It occupied the entire basement of the New York company International Business Machines, now IBM. Today, an IBM PC, at least as powerful, can fit into a briefcase. But it is not only scientific discoveries and concepts that are changing. Truth itself is dynamic. 500 years ago, it was an accepted fact that the earth was flat. It is only by questioning such dogma that science and technology, and indeed life itself, advances. As each question is answered, many more become apparent. Graduates, I am sure that you've been told by your lecturers that only half of what you've been taught is true. The other half has been or will be shown in the future to be false. I hope you are also told that often we're not quite sure which half is which. Well, in this ever-changing and uncertain world, what principles can we define for our graduates as enduring truth that will be just as important for you in 30 years' time as they are now? I believe there are several very important fundamental principles, but in the interest of time I will mention just three. The first you can surmise from what I've just said, and that is the ability to adopt a questioning approach to life, and especially to your chosen profession. Most of the major advances in science and technology have arisen because scientists have asked the right question. If you have not been taught to ask relevant questions, your training has been very deficient indeed. Asking the right question is the basis of good science and indeed the basis of a successful professional life. Learning to ask the right question is usually the result of first-hand experience in research. In my own field, one might even suggest that the level of competence of a medical practitioner, for example, is usually directly proportional to the depth of the person's experience in the realities of research. This has long been accepted in US medical schools, and it's one of their great strengths, I think. Formal research training is given equal emphasis along with formal clinical training in the United States, and with equal salary. Alas, not yet so in this country. But things are improving, and it is pleasing to see the sharp rise in full-time research scholars in Queensland over the past few years. In fact, the trend is now such that most, if not all of you, will have had already some exposure to research techniques and principles during your training. And I dare say that some of you may have been sufficiently stimulated by the experience to choose a full-time research career. The hallmark of a successful researcher is the ability to ask good questions. Indeed, the right question at the right time, and of course the ability to answer at least some of them. Whatever you choose to do in the future, whether it be biomedical research, fundamental scientific research, industrial work, or teaching, you should continually ask why. How do I know that a profit explanation is true or false? The second principle that I would exhort you to adopt is the pursuit of intellectual honesty and integrity. Truth and integrity will always be crucial to the advancement of knowledge, the greatest of uniquely human treasures. These are vital and essential components of a successful professional life. They are exemplified in the professional lives of such famous Australian scientists as Howard Florey and Sir Macfarlane Burnet. You should read the writings of these masters. Read Macfarlane Burnet's autobiography. Read Osler's A Way of Life. The principles are just as important, if not more so, than they were at the time they were written. The scientist who is intellectually dishonest with the world, but more importantly with him or herself, may succeed briefly in the short term, but will never succeed in the long haul of life. Life is a marathon, not a sprint. And to succeed, you need to be in there for the long haul. The third principle that I would emphasise is the everlasting importance of the humanities in the broad education of a scientist. What William Osler called the art of practice, as opposed to the science. He was, of course, referring to the art of dealing with the sick patient, as well as the disease itself. But the principle is just as important in all sections of science and technology, as indeed in all professions. The broad application and interpretation of science requires a well-educated, sensitive and compassionate person. The scientist who is brilliant at his or her professional work, but who has missed the magic of Mozart, the beauty of Beethoven, or the sorcery of Shakespeare, is really unfulfilled. We recently had the privilege of a visit from a most distinguished professor of medicine from the University of Pennsylvania, who spent 4 months sabbatical leave with us at the Royal Brisbane Hospital. He had had a long experience in medical education, and we asked him, after 4 months, for his impressions of the Queensland system. They were interesting. He commented politely that it was difficult to criticise a system that seemed to be working. Nonetheless, it was inconceivable, he said to a North American medical scientist, that one could graduate from a medical school after 6 years of formal tuition in science and medicine without any formal tertiary education in the arts, humanities, mathematics, and so on. That is essentially one of the major reasons behind the recent decision of 3 Australian medical schools, including the University of Queensland, to change to a graduate course. Meanwhile, since it is just as relevant to your education, it will be incumbent on you to make up any deficit in your broader education. Read widely, keep a novel going, learn stat maths when you need them, and keep asking questions. So this is the central message that I wish to leave the graduates with this evening, that although science and technology are changing, perhaps more rapidly than any other profession, there are some fundamental truths and principles that will always be crucial. I have emphasised just 3: the importance of asking good questions, the pursuit of truth and integrity, and the importance of the humanities in a broad education for graduates in science and technology. I said at the outset that I would comment on the perception and status of academics, and particularly scientists, in Australian society, a subject about which I feel quite passionately. Worldwide, academics in general, but scientists in particular, do not achieve the public recognition afforded other professions, especially politics and sport. However, this is particularly marked in Australia, where the concept of a scientist as a backroom boffin playing with test tubes is still prevalent. Well, of course, nothing could be further from the truth. Today, we are in the midst of an exciting era in which wet chemistry is being superseded by a new science, a computer-based information science, which will be employing more and more scientists who have never seen a test tube. The best specific example of this that I can give you is in the field of human genetics. Computer-based technology is allowing scientists to unravel a human genome at such a pace that it's been predicted that by the year 2010 we will all have a CD with the precise printout of our complete genetic code. Alas, as you will have already guessed, that will reveal whether we have inherited any nasty genes, for example, that might predispose us to Alzheimer's disease or alcoholism. But the good news is that by the year 2020, we will probably be able to have a second CD displaying our normal genetic code, with any defects corrected by genetic engineering. Quite mind-boggling, isn't it? some backroom boffins. But this is only one example of many that can be given to convince us that science, technology and research will drive the world's economic, social and environmental progress into the 21st century. So the graduates here this evening have chosen an exciting career path in exciting times. It is up to you all to make the most of it and to promote your discipline publicly, certainly better than your predecessors have done, and to ensure that the crucial contribution of science and technology to society receives its due recognition. Finally, a brief word about your own career paths. I believe that in the important process of choosing your own specific careers, you should follow your own inclinations and motives and do what you believe you can do best. If, for example, you wish to follow an academic pursuit or research as a career, do it. Don't be put off by friends or relatives who might think it is not appropriate for you, or perhaps it is not as lucrative financially. If you're attracted to industry, then do it, and do it to the best of your ability. Don't accept second best. Tonight's graduation is only the end of the beginning. Your professional life is ahead of you. I hope many of you will undertake postgraduate training. If you do, aim for the best units to train in, both Australia and abroad. Follow the best teachers and mentors, maintain the highest standards in your own work and expect them in others. In short, pursue career paths that excite you the most. Aim to excel. You may only get one chance. Thank you.
So, Deputy Chancellor, it's my pleasure and privilege on behalf of all of us tonight to thank Professor Powell for his address to our graduates and to all of us. He has stood before us as a towering figure, as I'm sure my citation emphasised, a towering figure of Australian medical science and an icon to put before, as he himself suggested, though modestly referring to others rather than himself, an icon to put before those of us who live in a community that is dominated by other figures of prowess in the sporting, political and other areas. It is, of course, a national problem that we share with some other countries, that science in general is not attracting the cream of Australian students, who in general seem to be attracted to other fields. At Griffith we're doing our best to offer courses and careers in science that are attractive, and many of you graduating tonight have passed through those courses and we wish you well in your careers. Nevertheless, it is a problem that careers in science and full-time research careers in science these days attract relatively few people as a direct option on leaving school. Now, we hope that by placing before you tonight one of the, as I say, towering figures of Australian science, you'll be inspired to consider options that perhaps haven't been in your mind up to this point. Professor Powell, we thank you for your presence here with us tonight, for the honour you've done us in accepting our honorary degree and for joining our alumni body thereby. And all that remains for me to do is to encourage all our graduates tonight to join the Alumni Association of Griffith University and continue to support your alma mater through your careers. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony is now concluded. When the fanfares begin, please rise and remain standing as the staff procession, the dais party and the graduates retire. Thank you. Good night.